Welcome to the stage, Hylke Visser.
Wow, what an atmosphere, what a venue. Great to see you all here. Great to see a lot of faces that I've been working with in the last 3 years. Great to see all these new faces. Today, it's our first AI conference in Amsterdam. And I'm very happy, but as well very excited to see the enthusiasm of the people who just wanted to be here. I've never seen in my career that the day before of an event people were begging me, Hylke, please, do you have a ticket for me? So we set up ticket swap yesterday, and I saw some tickets being swapped between people, and I think everybody who wants to be here made it in here. A full venue that has been really branded. Thanks to Pakhuis de Zwijger, thanks to the people from the marketing and events team to make this happen. Thank you so much to everybody to come here today. But today, it's about the AI conference. And the AI conference started 2 years ago in New York. It started as a small event where we wanted to bring the data science community together. Why? Because it's so important that it's not only the data scientist, but the whole community around the data scientist to have the opportunity to work together, to collaborate with each other, but to share experiences, to network, and to make sure that everybody understands what's the value, what's the benefit that AI can bring to us. And therefore, I'm very pleased that after New York, Paris, London, San Francisco, we took this decision earlier this year to organize an event in Amsterdam. And we were initially looking at another venue, a little bit smaller, but I'm so glad that we took this venue. Because people standing in the back of the room, I think people waiting outside to get in there. But it's really a community event. It's an event for you. It's an event where you can network with your peers, with people from the same industry, with people from the other industry. So hopefully, by the end of the day, everybody will be inspired. Everybody will be inspired to get more value out of the data. But another reason why this is so important is because the industry is changing quickly. In the last 25 years that I've been around in the industry, I've never seen it changing so quickly. Things that were normal or common 1 or 2 years ago are already getting old. New technologies, new capabilities because of the cloud arise every day. And this is from the recent publication from Gartner from 2 weeks ago, where they talk about the trends for 2020. And there you see a lot of important things, but I want to highlight 2 of them today. First of all, it's the augmented analytics. A lot of people have been thinking about advanced analytics, but what Gartner says is really it's about augmented analytics. It's not about only the data scientist, but it's about everybody in the organization who should be able to work with data. Everybody in the organization should understand what does mean with data. And then the second thing I want to highlight as well is the explainable AI. There have been a lot of discussions about black boxes. People want to understand what is happening. People want to understand if an algorithm says yes or if an algorithm says no. Why is it happening? Is there some bias? And that's why I think, that's why we gathered a lot of people from the industry, and actually a lot of people from around here. If you see, Amsterdam is really becoming a mega hub for data science. If you walk around here, you see GrowthTribe as a neighbor, TomTom is a neighbor, Booking.com is a neighbor, the Persgroep is a neighbor. So you see, really, we are here in the center of a lot of advanced analytics things that are happening. And I'm very proud to have this wide range of speakers today. And we see as well continuously intelligence. And later this morning, you will hear Martin Lyon from the Rabobank talking about the Intelligence Lab. So what does it mean to be an intelligent bank? What does it take to get there? What kind of steps do we need to take there? All these kind of things we want to inspire you today to make sure that you are prepared for the transition. Because you will be prepared, but you will get a lot of questions. You will get questions from people who don't understand what's going on. They will say, what's the value? How do we measure the value? What about ethics? What about compliance? There will be a lot of questions that you will get in your organization about, yeah, but do I need to change the strategy of my organization? Do I need to be agile? Do I need to buy services from another advisory company to be ready for 2020 and beyond? So there will be a lot of questions that needs to be answered. And throughout the 30 presentations of today, you will get a good sense of what is possible. Because we have a lot of organizations here in town. And when I say in town, I'm very proud as well to have Geert-Jan from City of Amsterdam being represented here, to give the vision on how do communities change. It's not only about Booking and TomTom and Growth Tribe, but as well communities are changing and municipalities are changing as well. So we want you to be ready, to be prepared for the questions of tomorrow. And when we talk about these questions with our customers, with our prospects, with our partners, still many people think buying technology is solving the problem. And I know a lot of you here in the room, and I know a lot of you don't agree with that, and I don't agree with that as well. Because it's not only about technology. It's about the people as well. And that's why we call it the Human-Centered AI conference. Humans are so important in this area. So we want to make sure that people talk to each other, people can collaborate with each other. And we want to make sure that everybody in the organization is empowered by data-driven decisions. And it's the same for processes. We still see a lot of scattered processes. And what we want in the end, that processes can leverage predictions, can leverage data-driven decisions as well. And that's why we talk these days about enterprise AI. Or more precisely about your path to enterprise AI. Because most of you in the room are not ready to be 100% of your people being enabled and empowered by data-driven decisions. And 100% of your processes being enabled and empowered by data-driven decisions. But in our conversation with the customers, it's the key term, the path to enterprise AI. How do we get there? So how do we get there? Well, first of all, you need to listen about 10 minutes to me. So the boring part is almost over. And then we have in the plenary sessions, we have a couple of visionary people, people who've done it, people who started 3 years ago, and people who see every day the improvements they can make to their business. And then after lunch, sorry, it's a little bit French lunchtime break. Anyway, sorry for that. I know everybody's hungry at 12, but the lunch is a little bit later. After lunch, we have a very catered menu for you. If you want to know more about responsible AI, if ethics is important for you, there are a lot of interesting talks, people from university as well, explaining what does it mean, how do we need to work, do we need to deal with ethics. Advanced use cases, to hear some of our customers, to hear how have they implemented it, how did they improve the business processes. But maybe you want to do a little bit of hands-on, maybe you want to see what's it all about. Then we have a big room where we have a workshop where you can do your hand-on. Everything is being described in the small booklet that you found, that you got when you entered the building. So again, I think for everybody, there is something in the afternoon. After this breakouts, we come back in the big room, and then we have a very interesting story. A very interesting story for Dutch people, I think. Because we're going to talk about how can we be sure that we will be successful in the Olympics 2020 in Tokyo? So how can data help our athletes to increase the chance on medals? So I think it's going to be a very exciting final talk at the end of the day. And then, of course, I had to explain it in Paris about bier and bitterballen. Feel free to stay at the drinks at the end of the day, because it's about you getting inspired, and about you to do the networking. And of course, if you want to network with the people who are not here, who are on social media, my kids are following me on Instagram, so I'm waiting for the first text message. Hey, I saw you on Instagram. But feel free to use the hashtag AMS 2019. And then, of course, this would not have been possible without you, but not been possible without our sponsors as well. So a big thank you to our sponsors, platinum sponsors Capgemini and Microsoft, to our sponsors Ordina and Ion. But as well, a special attention for two teams of Dataiku who are here, It's a team of deep belief who are building advanced analytic use cases and really going deep dive on use cases. And our community team who can handle all your questions. If you have specific questions about what's Dataiku doing, feel free to reach out to our advocacy team. You will find them throughout the building. So thank you a lot for being here today with us. Thank you for being open to be inspired. Thank you to be open to connect to everybody, reach out to everybody, and enjoy the day. Thank you so much.